Okay, present.
We shall present the profile
Unknown.
of the Iris twin sister, which is obviously not Dahlia Hawthorne at all. I didn't spoil that.
Hey, Edward. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister?
What? A twin? You can't be serious.
Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin.
There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked.
Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think.
A jeweler? Ooh, we could put 2 plus 2 on S before Edward could. I win! Haha! Right, I might just know who this twin sister of hers is.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name's Dahlia Hawthorne, right? I'll just wait for Edward's expression.
Yes, exactly.
Please tell me what you know about her, Edward. Please. Please,
Let's
please.
talk about that then.
I actually missed this song a little bit.
It was my first court case 6 years ago. It was a greenhorn, and due to the inexperience of the defendant died.
You're talking about Terry Falls, right? Look at the expression!
You know about that case?
You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yeah, that I was doing in the hospital this time. I've been checking case 1 and case 4.
Yeah, I checked one of
case
Mia's...
-1 and case -2.
I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. I'll wait for it.
Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago.
And then she fell.
And then she died. She actually fucking dropped herself into fucking river. They stole a jeweler worth $2 million from Dahlia's father's jeweler.
It was back. It was 100 years ago. I guess.
Everything in black and white. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, to keep her from talking.
Haha. Her sister?
Yeah, well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife.
Oh.
Wait.
And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Oh, wait for Edward. I know. I love a line with Edward that says, "So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out?"
There is no need. Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case.
Why are you so sure about that?
It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead.
What?
Well, metabolically processes are a matter of interest only in historians, so to speak.
Dahlia's dead. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edward?
I only just discovered this, right? But I never knew about the murder case you were involved in during your college years.
Oh, snap, Phoenix, he got you! He got you!
Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty. Thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. I'm not going to do that. Mia Fey, blah blah blah. Oh, devil.
Yes! At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something.
Exactly, she was. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month.
Executed?
I'm sure that's a bit of shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected to this case. Wait, actually, no, she can't. Yes, she can, actually. She's dead. And once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them.
There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edward.
And what is that?
It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother.
What's their mother got to do with any of this?
She's Morgan Fay. A spirit medium from a branch family of the Wright Trials technique.
Did you say Quran channeling technique?
Do you know something about it?
Oh yes, I know it's connected from the fraudulent spirit medium.
Fraudulent?
It was evolved in another nightmare 70 years ago. Yes, we know this! I was caught up in the middle of the murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened. As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent.
Edward.
Go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know.
Of course, how could I forget? Edward was the victim in that case. Edward, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Grand Channeling technique is real. Ha!
Until then, we're just gonna talk to Iris. Bye.
Let's go to training hall?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's show the Magnetama.
We can break her now.
Yes, according to the guide, we can. Mostly because we have that profile now updated.
The night. You gotta say that.
Oh, the night of the crime.
I think it's time you told us the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Sakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on another murder.
And that would be us?
Who the person was?
Yeah, who was it?
Bikini?
Yes. She saw it in the inner.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
And she was also in the Sister Bikini?
Excuse me. Her testimony in court today was very clear.
Was it?
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training into the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my acolyte acted out violently, so I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Asakura Temple. And the flashback. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I wouldn't have left about 9:40 PM, I think.
I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now, you say you left the main gate at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this.
Our own testimony, which should be somewhere in the court records.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's read that for.
Rang lights out bell at 10 PM was then in her room until the murder was discovered.
Yeah, she couldn't have done that.
Nope. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang that lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night.
Suspicious! Ah.
Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me.
More suspicious, Mr. Wright?
We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right. I remember.
Oh.
More suspicious.
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in two different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove two things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple, and second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Sakura Temple.
So she was in two.
There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were two of you.
Yeah, that's the only possibility for this.
On the night of the incident, you were seen in two different places at the same time, which means there must have been two of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How can you that be? There's no one of me. It's impossible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you travel certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You sure you're trying to suggest there's more than one of me?
Then
Then show me the evidence and
No.
show me something that proves you more than one of me.
Well, the unknown profile.
Yes.
We already know who. Dahlia Hawthorne, which is updated right now.
Yes, we updated thanks to Edgar.
I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps?
Ah,
That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you know of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne!
But you just said yourself, a second ago, my sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, training ground, the Kurine channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me.
Shit! Sorry, I didn't say that. Break, broken.
Fatality.
Fatality? No, that's the wrong game.
Channeling fatality.
Channeling fatality, yes. I was in my room in the main hall that night. Toasty! Sorry, yeah. As soon as I heard that, I've been spotted at the inner temple. I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, and the other of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected, the Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple that night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because you're a bitch. Because my sister always does it the right thing.
Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept that I'm maybe found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about? The traitor!
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on the Eagle Mountain 11 years ago.
Oh snap.
So she knows about that. That was the start of it all. It twisted our entire destiny. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she was her wife. Well, duh. She fucking poisoned a guy, she killed someone, she murdered someone, what the fuck, some other guy. Oh god, how many people did Dahlia kill? There was Terry Falls, there's Doug,
Armando.
There was, well, Armando,
That's the poisoning part.
and as we know, Armando's not dead.
I know, but that's the poisoning thing.
Yeah, well...
there's Valerie.
Yeah, Valerie. God damn, she's a bitch!
And there's a song again that we heard on the last case.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence. The Eagle Mountain is here where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped to plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful.
But I promise I didn't help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on her father.
What, revenge? Vendetta! Ha! It is! What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He tore her mother away, and then she sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of her Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence over many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason father married our mother in the first place, for power. What a bastard. But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister, totally not our aunt, took it all from her. She took over the master of Karain.
That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother.
Also our aunt. But before long, the curved beat of Korean tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Fake. God damn it, I forgot it!
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Anyways, made a terrible mistake.
DLC assistant.
It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident.
Jeez, how long is this?
Oh, we're not done yet, Dennis. We're not done. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said he died and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Asakura Temple?
Yes, the woman my father took, his next wife, already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in your family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the Master Seat stolen from her, and being rejected by our own family.
Rejected!
Rejected! I've heard she's been very bloodthirsty spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together.
It's all become clear.
Ah, finally!
I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything is related to goes back to the history of the Fate clan.
That's what it looks like. Huh. Iris, there's just one more thing I wanted you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dolly Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began relations with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student. Have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said he hated his guts.
I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Oh, goddamn, Francisco's right. Leave this box to me. I'll open him for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock.
That will be
Pearl's Psy Clock.
And now we have enough evidence to unlock her. So let's go.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, actually, I think we already got enough evidence, but we wouldn't find her in the place, so now we can go there.
Yep.
So let's go to the Heavenly Hall
Okay.
and break the final Cyclops in the game.
But first, look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we already polished them all off. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding.
Okay.
Let's do it!
Let's do the final Nightmare Tournament in this game.
Yes, thank heavens. Because we had enough of it.
Yes.
Pentagon Magadama!
Full justice. We're gonna have some of that if the fucking thing gets to WiiWare. Which you probably will with Wii U, actually. Anyways, the night of the crime.
After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Neely's Dukeson's room, reading a book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
Why? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go.
To the bathroom!
To the bathroom, wait. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Dukeson's room, because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you?
That should be...
The Inner Temple?
Yes.
Yeah, it had to be. It had to be the Inner Temple.
Then you got it wrong.
You went here, didn't you, Pearls? She's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay, you're not gonna
You went to this place for one very simple reason, that is this.
That would be?
No, it's not the letter yet.
What is a person that she likes? Who was in the Inner Temple?
Oh wait, hang on.
God damn it, Dennis!
My mind is not working anymore! Not do our mother?
No.
No,
Our mother was not in the Inner Temple, NS. So
Maya.
Yes! It's kind of obvious!
Sorry, my mind is...
And as you want me to fucking play this game instead.
Anyways, it's obviously what you were so worried about,
See?
Pearls.
Right as the right thinking.
Anyways, it was Maya, wasn't it?
Huh?
You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. Let's remind what it is.
I signed up for your special course.
Well, my. Quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can't be so reckless with their health. Don't blame if you become one with those who you channel. Ha 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 ho 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 ho. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Asakura Temple to mine in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could have happened to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. Couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple. You already
Then we'll clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to be started at 10. I wanted to get there before it started, but there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until it was after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakura Temple bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this.
And that would be? You were close. You were. Now you're not. Yeah, that's...
The ladder.
Because,
oh yeah!
Because in the letter, something about 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper?
Where did you...
In the incinerated inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
Oh, now you're impressed? That's good. These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burned, but the last section is still fairly legitimate. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit.